What's up guys, today I've got my hands on the Xiaomi Watch S3. So this is a recently launched feature-packed smartwatch with a premium unique design involving changeable bezels, long battery life, Bluetooth calls, 5 ATM water resistance, and finished off with an affordable price tag. So this smartwatch might possibly be the best budget smartwatch you can currently buy. Now speaking of price, the Xiaomi Watch S3 can be picked up right now for only £119. So it is on sale for £119. Thereafter, normal price would go up to £129. So even at £129, this is an absolute bargain. Now this is my full detailed review showing you all the good and the bad, everything you need to know about this watch and how good it really is. So let's start off with the accessories. So you get a magnetic charging pad with a USB-A connector and the watch itself with the original silicone straps and matching black bezel. Now optional extras are available and these are absolutely incredible. So you can buy additional bezels and watch straps for this watch. I've got two different bezels to share with you. This is the dual tone ceramic and I've got the rainbow version as well. And I've got matching straps to go with them. Now to remove the bezel from the watch, all you're doing is turning anti-clockwise slightly and simply lifting off. So the default bezel finished in black is actually made from stainless steel. So we've got other options to test here. So this is the duotone ceramic. This is actually my favorite. What's impressive is each bezel has its own watch face. So every time you apply the bezel, so you just match that red mark to the top. So you place it exactly on top and then twist it slightly clockwise. And every time you apply a bezel, it will automatically bring up the default watch face. So Minerals GMT is the default watch face for this bezel. And I'm also going to quickly change the straps to show you how quick and easy that is as well. These are 22mm bands. So you can actually use any 22mm band and you've got quick release. So quite easy to remove and replace as required. So this is my favorite version, the duotone ceramic. You've got an impressive combination of black and green. So you've got this very nice emerald green combined with black. Looks absolutely stunning. I'll quickly show you what the rainbow one looks like as well. So we're just going to pop this on, same way, twist, and we're going to see the rainbow watch face appear. And if you don't want to, you can actually press cancel and you'll go back to the previous watch face. But if you want the default one, you just accept it. And I'm going to apply the rainbow straps as well. You can see the stitching is finished in different colors on both sides. So very nice quality straps. They are both finished in leather. So when you buy the optional extras, they are leather straps, high quality with a very nice finish. Now let's talk about the design. I'll put the default setup back on. So silicone strap, 22mm band, and we have fixed the black bezel back on. So this is your default setup. Now the design of this watch is quite beautiful. You have an aluminium alloy frame finished in black, and the back is finished in this smooth ceramic-like material with your health sensors in the middle. And that is a 12-channel monitoring module consisting of optical heart rate and pulse oximeter. Furthermore, straps are made from silicone with metal buckle and they do feature a quick release so you can remove and replace with your own 22mm band. Now on the side we have two flat style buttons. The top one is for home and power and the second button is actually customizable and I have it currently set to opening workouts. Now just between the buttons and slightly underneath you will find the loudspeaker grill, and on the other side there is nothing. But if you look just slightly under the frame on this side, you will see a small hole and that is your microphone hole. So yes, this watch does have a speaker and a mic, so it does support Bluetooth phone calls. The watch dimensions are as follows. It's 47mm in diameter with a thickness of 12mm and this weighs 68.6 grams with the straps on. And if we remove the default stainless steel bezel and stick on the dual tone ceramic with the leather straps, which feels a lot lighter, so you can see that weighs only 55.6 grams. And this is how the watch looks on my wrist. And to give you an idea, I have a wrist circumference of 7 inches and the watch has no doubt a large display and quite large bezels. The stainless steel bezels are slightly heavier. You can see the sides are quite raised, giving you 12 millimeters of chunkiness. Expect a large, chunky and heavy smartwatch out of the box. This is what you can expect. If you have a wrist size smaller than 7 inches, you might find this watch a bit too big on your wrist. I'm okay with the watch and the size as long as I use my favorite bezel. That keeps the weight down considerably. Furthermore, let's talk about the display. So this is a 1.43 inch AMOLED screen with a resolution of 466 by 466 and 600 nits of peak brightness. Now, unless you have a Samsung or an Apple Watch, 600 nits is kind of the normal brightness you can expect from a budget smartwatch. So here is a comparison with the Galaxy Watch 6 in direct sunlight. You can see how they both fare. So both are still visible, but the Galaxy Watch 6 is slightly more prominent than the Xiaomi watch. I've been wearing this watch for the past few weeks and I've had no issues viewing that screen in bright sunlight. So no doubt beautiful display, responsive touchscreen, and this is running Xiaomi's HyperOS with a very user-friendly interface and lots of customization options, which we will be discussing later in the video. Now, performance-wise, the chipset used in this watch is not mentioned, nor is the RAM or the storage info. So all of that is a mystery. But what I can certainly confirm to you guys is that you have 2 gigs of space for transferring music. So you can transfer any music that is stored on your phone directly to the watch. I have already transferred a whole bunch of songs to test. Now, general performance, everything runs super smooth and fast, including opening and closing apps. But to really test the performance of a smartwatch, all you need to do is download a watch face and see how long it takes. And that's exactly what we're about to do. So in the watch face library, I'm just going to grab this one. It's called One Way One. It's 2.72 megabytes in size. I'm going to hit apply and hit start at the same time. And we're going to time it, see how long it takes to download and transfer the watch face. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 10 seconds. So that's actually not bad. It took 10 seconds to download a 2.72 megabyte watch face directly from the phone to the watch. So yeah, that's actually not bad. So generally decent performance from this smartwatch. Furthermore, this watch functions by connecting to your smartphone via Bluetooth 5.2 and your health data automatically syncs to and from the phone to the watch. The watch also benefits from a multi-satellite GPS built in. The smartwatch also benefits from Bluetooth phone calls. So let's do a quick call quality test.
So this is a call quality test. You should be hearing my voice on the loudspeaker of the smartwatch, and this should give you a good idea of what the call quality and speaker quality is like when you're actually taking phone calls directly on the watch.
Furthermore, this watch features 24-hour heart rate monitoring, which is on by default. I actually had to switch on blood oxygen monitoring myself, so I switched it on to all-day tracking. You can also track your all-day stress, and I did just switch it on because I was testing the battery, so I had all-day stress on as well. And under sleep monitoring, I also activated advanced monitoring and breathing score. Now, speaking of sleep monitoring, this watch does a very good job at tracking your sleep, and it does support multiple sleep stages. And when I'm testing the sleep tracking on a smartwatch, I wear multiple devices to bed that night. I got the Watch S3 and I was also wearing my Samsung Galaxy Watch. Now, according to this, there are multiple sleep stages, and I'll explain. So the first sleep stage, I went to sleep at 10:43 p.m., which is correct. And then I woke up at 3 a.m. So shower, pray, and begin fasting. So thereafter, I went back to sleep at 5:22 a.m. and then I woke up at 8:51 a.m. So that is pretty spot on, guys. It gives me a sleep score. It tells me what sleep animal I am. Apparently I'm a shark. You've got ample information there telling you all your sleep stages, average heart rate, average blood oxygen, and the breathing score is there as well. You can tap on them for a better explanation of what each one means. A lot of detailed sleep tracking information recorded, and total sleep duration 7 hours and 34 minutes. So, and if we look at the watch, the same information on the watch laid out nice and easy to read. Alright, so now let's talk about the battery life. This watch has a 486 milliamp hour battery, and the included magnetic charger can get you from 0 to 100% in just around 60 minutes. I'll quickly show you the charger in action. So it's a magnetic USB charger with a USB-A connector, 60 minutes and you're good to go. It does also support fast charging, so just a 5-minute charge will give you a 2-day battery life. Very, very good battery and charger. Now let me tell you a bit more about the battery. Xiaomi quotes 15 days of battery life in the default mode, which means 24-hour heart rate monitoring switched on. The SpO2 and stress monitoring is off by default, so it's just on demand, and the always on display is also off. And in that scenario, yes, you can certainly achieve 15 days. But if you activate 24/7 mode for all health features, that's heart rate on, SpO2 all day, stress all day, but you leave the AOD off, you can expect around 10 days of battery life realistically, which is still very good. Another usage scenario, which I have right now, I switched on all health tracking. That's 24/7 heart rate, 24/7 SpO2, 24/7 stress monitoring, and I also switched on the advanced sleep and breathing modes, and I also switched on always on display, and the battery still lasted over 7 days. So my usage scenario was based on one 30-minute workout a day and one Bluetooth call lasting around 5 minutes per day. Now, if you increase your workouts or you increase the duration of your Bluetooth calls, of course, that battery will drain faster. But nevertheless, for me, I have to say, very impressed with the battery life. All your health activities can be viewed from the smartphone app, and it's called the Mi Fitness app. And it does support both Android and iOS, so you can use this watch with your iPhone, and I did do that. And there were some compatibility issues, which I will tell you about a little bit later in the video. Now, as soon as you open the app, it will automatically sync the data to and from the watch, and it will show you a health page with all your health metrics. Now, you can view detailed reports of any of these metrics by simply tapping on them, and it will give you day, week, month views. If you tap on the device section, it will give you a whole bunch of settings to play with, and I will go through them quickly with you. So you get watch information, you can manage your watch faces, you can download and delete existing watch faces. You've got app notifications, incoming calls, background permissions, Xiaomi Pay. So yes, we do have NFC, but supported banks are a bit limited in the UK. So if you tap supported banks, it's selected UK, and these are the only 2 banks that this supports. So Curve UK and UABzen.com. Not even heard of the second one. So only 2 banks supported, and from those 2 banks, you can only use MasterCard. Music section, where you can actually transfer music that's stored on your watch, MP3 music, directly to the internal storage of the watch. And you can see there, I have used up 157 megabytes of 2 gigs. And there's a whole bunch of songs there. Now we've got alarms, task reminders, weather, world clock, favorite contacts. Now this is all your health information: heart rate, sleep, blood oxygen, stress, standing, stats, vitality score. You've got widgets, so your widget pages can be customized from the phone, and it's a bit easier from the phone, I suppose. You can also sort out all of your apps in order, and you can add and remove stuff as well that you don't need. Thereafter, you've got sleep mode, do not disturb mode, find device, emergency SOS, set password, and Amazon Alexa. Now, emergency SOS, you set an emergency contact, then you can switch on SOS mode. So if you tap the bottom button 3 times, it will call your emergency contact directly. And also you can activate fall detection. So yes, this watch actually has fall detection. You've got Amazon Alexa, so you just connect to your existing Amazon account, and then you've got Alexa on the watch. I do want to quickly show you the Alexa. What is the weather like today? So it will tell you what you need to know, but it won't talk to you. So it's Alexa voice assistant, but without the voice. And finally, you've got firmware updates, help center, you can connect to a new phone, unpair, and so on and so forth. So smartphone app is good, it does the job, simple to use and quite informative. Furthermore, this watch has 5 ATM water resistance. I've worn it in the shower a few times with no issues, but I've not had a chance to go swimming with it. But if we have a look at workouts, you can see pool swimming is a workout, so it can record your distance, your strokes, your swimming sessions, etc. Now this smartwatch has a number of watch faces built in, and to change the watch face, you just keep the center press for a few seconds. The screen will slightly zoom out and you'll feel some haptics. You can now swipe left or right to select a different watch face, and of course there are plenty to choose from. You can download watch faces from within the smartphone app. So you start off with 10 default watch faces. You can see I've got 34 watch faces now. I just kept downloading watch faces until it reached its limit. So when I got to 34 watch faces, I was then met with this message. So not enough storage space. So I was able to download around 24 watch faces before I ran out of space. So you can have around 34 watch faces at any one point. If you want to download a new watch face, click one and delete it, and then you'll be able to download more. So now I'm going to share a whole bunch of nice looking watch faces that you get with this watch. Here we go. So let's go over some of the watch features. If we swipe up from the bottom, you've got your quick toggles for settings, sound profiles, do not disturb, battery saver mode, and lots more. If you swipe down from the top, you've got your notifications. So these are pushed directly from your phone. So these are all read-only notifications. You can't reply to any of these directly from the watch. Now, if you swipe towards the left or right, you will see your widget tiles. So starting off with weather, and then you've got at the bottom shortcut for sleep, and then your activity rings. If you swipe again, you have your heart rate, SpO2, breathing exercises, and your stress levels. If we keep going, we've got alarms, events, and music player. And a quick look at the music player itself. You can play music that is stored on the watch. So if I hit play, you can control the music, play, pause, skip tracks, volume control, etc. Now you can also switch the music source from watch to phone. This then becomes a music remote for your phone. So best of both worlds. If we keep going, we've got Amazon Alexa. It works, it does the job, but you just can't ask Alexa to play Happy Birthday for you. That's just not going to work. And if we swipe again, it will take you back to the watch face. Here's an interesting thing. The widgets are fully customizable. So if you long press on any widget, you'll have the option to delete a widget completely, or you can tap on any single element and you can swap things around. As you can see, you can select any of these options, so you can turn that into a step counter at the top. Highly customizable multi-layer widgets. The smartphone app also lets you edit the same, but I think it's even more easier because you've got large phone, large screen. You can just tap and change whichever element you like, and the change will immediately take place on your watch. Furthermore, if we press the top button, it will show you all your apps. Let me quickly go through them with you guys, starting from the top. So we've got workouts, activity, running, stats, training state, heart rate, vitality, SpO2, sleep, stress, breathing, Alexa, weather, cards, calendar, events, tasks, contacts, phone, recorder, music, camera, alarm, stopwatch, timer, world clock, barometer, compass. Quickly show you guys the compass in action. That's pretty neat, isn't it? That's a very nice looking compass. Let's go back. Then you've got find phone, flashlight, and settings, and that will take you to your main settings, and the settings are quite vast as well. So the always on display is quite amazing. As you guys can see, when it kicks in, it looks fantastic. If we change the watch face, you will see that every single watch face has a different always on display. Neat, isn't it? Really like how the watch faces look on this screen. It's absolutely gorgeous screen, and the always on display is brilliant. Now this smartwatch also features customizable wrist gestures. So there are two gestures that you can customize: flicking or shaking your wrist. I have the flicking motion set to Amazon Alexa, as you can see. You can also shake your wrist, and I have that currently set to rejecting incoming calls. So you can, of course, customize those gestures as you please. Now let's talk about iPhone compatibility. The Xiaomi Watch S3 works on both Android and iOS. There is a slight compatibility difference. So on Android, everything works as it should. Full compatibility with any Android phone. I'm using it on the S24 Ultra and it works absolutely fine. And you get all the features, including Xiaomi Pay, music, and so on and so forth. And on iPhone, you don't get music transfers at all. So you can't transfer any of your music from your iPhone to the watch. The option is just not available. And also Xiaomi Pay for NFC payments is not available with iPhone. Everything else works fine with iPhone, so I guess you can live with that. That's actually not bad. I didn't experience any issues with iPhone either, like connectivity issues, dropping out, cutting off, anything like that. Everything worked fine with my iPhone. So that is why my review took long. I wore it with iPhone for a few days, and then I wore it with the Android for a few days. Okay, so now it's time for the health sensor test. So this is my new oximeter by Braun. If we switch it on and place it on a finger, now on the watch, if we just bring up the heart rate monitoring and compare the results. Okay, so you can see 114 beats per minute and 115 beats on this side. 115 versus 115. 117 versus 119. 1112, 1112, 1110, 1110, neck and neck. I further tested the heart rate sensor on a treadmill with some fast walking, raising my heart rate levels, and you can see the watch is keeping up with the medical grade sensor. So that means the Watch S3 has a very good heart rate sensor. Now let's test out the SpO2. So this one's going to be a bit tricky. I'll just rest my arm on the table and hit start. Okay, so I'll try and stay as still as I can. The SpO2 reading on the Braun is 97%. Let's see what we get with the watch. Okay, we got 100% SpO2, which is not correct. Let's do it again. Okay, we're getting 100% again. So it looks like we're not able to achieve an accurate SpO2 reading at the moment. Okay, so we're going to try the SpO2 on the other arm and see if that makes a difference. And we're just waiting for the watch. 99% SpO2 versus 97. You can see consistently the Braun is giving us a 97. 99% versus 96%. So that is what you guys can expect from the SpO2. When you're testing it on demand, the results are quite wild, but it doesn't come anywhere close to what my oximeter is giving me. So don't expect accurate SpO2 readings from this watch. So there you have it, guys. That was the Xiaomi Watch S3. And here are my thoughts. So already this year, this is my third Xiaomi watch review. And I actually have to say, I love what Xiaomi is doing. They have released some impressive smartwatches, and this one might just be one of my favorites from the bunch. I'm actually in love with this black and green design. The dual tone ceramic is simply gorgeous. Now the default black design, and I'm just going to switch the bezel very quickly. So that's the default black bezel. It's a bit bland in design, and it's a lot heavier because that's a stainless steel bezel. So it does bump up that weight quite a bit. Then you've got the rainbow bezel with the Spectrum watch face. And my absolute favorite is the dual tone ceramic. And the watch face that I really like using with this is not the default. It's actually this one. It's called Day to Night. This is the watch face that I use with this strap and with this bezel, and I absolutely love it. Now you do need to pay an additional £39 for a fancy looking bezel and a matching leather watch strap. But then it's a lot lighter on your wrist, and the leather strap looks better and it's much more comfortable. I love the vast health features. AMOLED display is beautiful. Now you hear me saying that a lot. I can't say that enough with this one. This is an absolutely gorgeous display, and the way the design is and the way the screen looks, the watch faces pop. They look really, really nice. So really stunning, gorgeous watch faces thanks to that beautiful AMOLED display. Great performance, fall detection, amazing sleep tracking, and superb battery life. Lots and lots of watch faces. You can store over 32 watch faces. So plenty of storage for your watch face. You've got storage for music as well. You can connect your favorite earbuds and listen to music on the go. You can keep your phone in your pocket. You don't even need to take your phone out. You've got customizable multi-layer widgets. You've got Amazon Alexa, and you've got 5 ATM water resistance, which is basically the icing on the cake. You don't get Wear OS or third-party app support. No built-in Wi-Fi, as it functions totally with your smartphone's Bluetooth connection. This watch is currently priced under £120. This is surprisingly good value for your money. If you want a smartwatch with Bluetooth calls and lots of health features for an affordable price, grab the Watch S3. The idea of having everything on, including always on display, and never even having to look at that battery life for many days, that's convenience and peace of mind. That makes the Watch S3 a very attractive proposition. Now, there are a few caveats. There are a few cons that I just want to quickly mention. The NFC payments are limited. There were only 2 banks, and those banks aren't very common, and even then, only MasterCard accepted. So quite limited with NFC payments. It's thick and heavy, so ideally suited for wrists bigger than 7 inches in circumference. If you've got a smaller wrist than that, then this watch may look too big for your wrist. And the last negative point is the SpO2 was not accurate when we were doing on-demand tests. So those were pretty much all the caveats. So no real deal breakers there. And to give you a better idea of what I think of this smartwatch, here is my top smartwatch chart for 2024, showing you the latest smartwatches from this year and ranking them by overall quality and features. So as you can see, the Xiaomi Watch S3 has taken position 8 on this chart. Now you can view the full versions of all my charts online and free of charge at chixtech.com, and you can read them at your leisure. I hope you found this video useful. Do consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon for your daily dose of the latest and greatest unbiased tech reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.